we had an argument. We were laughing at it on the way over in the rental car. We had an argument one time in Wyoming over a
Size of the cake pan.
cake pan.
Yes. I was going to make a cake.
I'm a grown man, people. I had a fuss with my wife about a cake
In
pan.
the grocery store aisle.
In the grocery store aisle at midnight in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Now, you ain't got nothing better to do with yourself than to get in a fight with your wife over a cake. I don't know nothing about cake pans.
No, you got to know, though, because his mom made it the 9 by 12 sheet pan size, but my mom did the 3 9-inch rounds. So I wanted that stacked layer cake. I mean, we're going to cheat. I want to cheat right? Okay? I want to cheat good.
We've been on a diet, right? We've been on this starvation diet. Man, it was horrible. It was horrible. We probably gained 10 pounds on this diet. It was horrible. We ain't had nothing but bread and water, man. I mean, good Lord, it was horrible. We were preaching in Salt Lake City, and we had a week off before we were going to preach in Jackson Hole. So we took our skis. We already had rented this pretty place, man, and we were going to go on in there, and we were going to ski for a week, and then we were going to, so we decided, we got to the airport early because we had all this gear with us. We checked all our gear from Salt Lake City to Jackson Hole. And then we went and got some breakfast, and we ate literally, there's the place where you get on the plane, and we go like 50 feet away, and we're sitting there eating breakfast. And then we look up, and it's getting close, you know. We're already checked in. Our stuff is already on there. But we go over there, and this guy at the gate says, you can't get on this. We go to get on the flight. We see people getting on the flight. He said, you can't get on there. It's 29 minutes. I said, what? I'm platinum. I got 2 million miles on this airline. Nobody's ever told me I couldn't get on with this. Is the only time it's ever happened in my whole life. I mean, I got 2 million miles on American. I got 2 million. I had 2 million on Delta. I had 1 million on TW. Anybody old enough to remember TWA and Braniff and Eastern? Good Lord, I've been flying a long time, people. I mean, this clown would not let us on. And our luggage is on the plane.
Yes.
And my vacation's sitting over there waiting on me. And I had to sit there for 6 more hours and catch another plane. Then I had to go find my... So we get there, we decide we're going to make a cake. We're going to have a sugar fit, and then we're going to go to sleep, right? So we go to the grocery store, and we get all this stuff for the week, you know, and then make breakfast and stuff. And it comes time for the cake thing. And I say, and she thought it was about what my mama made, but it wouldn't have nothing to do with that. Oh. I was thinking, we just need, who cares what it looks like? We ain't taking pictures of it. Come on. We eating this sucker. We're just eating it. That's all. I said, make a thing, you know, make you some cake, and then wipe that sucker out with all the sugar and the icing, you know. And then we'll just chow down and we'll break our diet, you know. No, she wasn't having none of that. If it wasn't 3 things tall and round.
That's right. I wanted it to look pretty too. But, you know, when we start arguing, now we're going back and forth. Now I've decided he's not even making the cake. Why does he care so much? I'm the one in the kitchen doing it. Now, ladies, you know it's just a mix. I was cheating on that too. So this is real simple, right? So I've decided, I've dug in. I am not. I've decided I want those 3-inch, 9-inch round pants. So he finally, what happens is we're going to preach there that Sunday. Yes, and someone comes down the hall and down the aisle of the grocery store, hears us arguing, turns around and goes the other direction. That's how loud we were getting. That's how heated our argument was. So,
and it was midnight. Right, by the time we got there, it was midnight.
So we're both tired. You know, that's when the enemy usually pulls his tricks, when you're weary and well-doing, when you're just tired. So Mylon sees this person turn around and go the other direction. He decides, we got to stop arguing. So finally he says, Christy, okay, you win. And I went, yes. So we go to the condo. So I think I've had the last word. Okay, so we go to the condo, we get started, and We're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming again. And I start making it. Now we're over this argument. We're laughing. He's turned a movie on. He's making popcorn. We're really going for it. Popcorn. And then I start the cake. Well, the oven, the ringer goes off. I go over, I pull it out. It is flat. It is completely flat. And so I go over to him and I go, the cake is flat. He said, well, Christy, did you do it right? I said, it's a mix. I'm not that great a cook, but I can handle a mix. And he said, well, put it in the oven longer, see if that does it. So I put it in longer. Now I pull it out, it is burned and flat. Okay, he said.
It looked like the dark side of the moon, y'all.
Yes. So he said, Christy, something is wrong. So I pick up the back of the box of the mix, and here's what it says. For high altitudes, do not use the 9-inch round pans. It said only use the 9x12 sheet pan. I could not believe it. I went over to him. It was so humbling. It was so humbling. And I told him, I said, you are not going to believe it. So I read it to him. And first, I will say this. I teared up. I thought, how foolish. How petty was that? I had to have the last word over a cake pan. I decided, and again, this was offense. This was strife. This is how the enemy gets in and creates division that affects your agreement, affects your prayers getting answered, affects your dreams coming true over a silly cake pan. And you know what? If I had just stayed in love, been patient, been kind, said, okay, honey, no big deal. You know what? We could have had our cake and eaten it too, right?
Wait a minute.
That's right. We could have.
Wait.
We learned a big lesson. We're being silly with you, but that was a huge lesson for us.
I mean,
It
dangerous
really was.
stuff happens over silly stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, people get divorced over leaving the
This toilet seat up.
yeah. Oh, but you should mash the toothpaste in the middle, and no, you should mash it down at the end. You know, I mean, people getting horrendous fights just because this one last time I've had enough of you telling me what to do.
Yeah.